the dating app Tinder has announced a new feature called Tinder Matchmaker that allows anyone, your family members, your friends, to suggest matches for you. That's right, and this is how Tinder advertised their new feature. Take a look.
We gather the friends today to assist our dear Lauren in finding a date that she and we will actually like for a change. Send in the next suitor.
How many streaming services do you have?
Just the ones from my parents. And my ex's parents.
Next. No. We're not doing the whole twin lookalike thing again. Ooh, bio.
The only fish you'll see in my hands is sushi.
Decent fit, nice cheekbones. Wait, is your mattress on the floor?
I've got a bed frame, headboard, 2 chargers.
All right, so there it was. I guess there's a council or something and everyone looks incredibly fly. So right, there's this new feature, it's called Matchmaker. In fact, your friends and family cannot swipe left or right, but they can suggest, they can leave comments on someone's profile that you will see for a 24-hour period. And then once that time ends, you'll see their recommendations on the people's profiles, which is actually, I think this is just a way to gamify Tinder. Cenk, what do you think other than like your parents and your friends could see this? For me, it's like, how do you keep people on this app and even keep people who aren't like currently looking for a date or aren't single, get them on the app too? That's my thing, it's just ploy, it's a ploy.
Well, first of all, is it a ploy? Of course, it's a business. They're trying to get more business. So
they're not invested in love, is that what you're telling me?
I mean, I don't want to break your heart, Franny, okay? I don't want to be that guy who lets you down by letting you know how businesses work. But okay, so that's a given, right? Now the question is it a good thing? Is it a fun thing? And I like that they went old school. They went Back to the Future on this one. My parents are going, see, we could help, and so, you know, there's now like all this like Indian matchmaking series on Netflix took off, and I think there might have been another country matchmaking thing that was popular on Netflix. So I kind of feel like there's a zeitgeist here, and you could tell because the Tinder ads, it's not like, I mean, it said hilarious combination of old school and new school, right? So it makes me think. I got married earlier, so I never used Tinder. I never used any of the apps. That's how old school I am. Right now, young people are going like, wow, how did you, without an app, how do you get a date? I don't get it.
You just hit him over the head and slam him over your back, take him home.
Yeah, I mean, look, don't give away all my secrets.
Okay.
Right? Okay, but anyways, I like it. Do you have to listen to your mom or your best friend, et cetera? Do you have to wear makeup while being on Tinder? No, those are not requirements. But if people want to weigh in, now we're having a party, and that's what happens in real life anyway. They're just bringing it to the app, and the real reason, of course, is to increase engagement and more users.
Yeah, no, I cannot imagine my mom on the apps. Although I feel like, I mean, she is single, you know what I mean? Like, so it might be me suggest. I don't know. I don't want any of that. In fact, I want to be as far away from that as possible. I hate that. I will say I'm a pretty bad Cupid. I've tried to set friends up in the past and never worked out. In fact, I was just like, oh, you're married? Damn it. Oops, looks like you guys are in love. Anyway, doopy doo, not my fault. Like walks away like Angela Bassett, you know, from The Fire. But anyway, there's also other features other than matchmaking. There's Tinder Select, which I think I'm raising more eyebrows on. So this is $500 per month paid plan. That seems wild to me. But here's what you get with $500 a month, I guess. Direct message up to 2 times a week. You can send someone a message without having to match first. Oh, cool. So just like, you know, regular rando DMs, you can do that on Instagram. Special status, show off your membership with an exclusive Select badge. If you're not interested in adding this badge to your profile, you can opt out of it in your settings. Select, I don't know why I read that. Select mode, see and be seen by Tinder's most sought after profiles, so you can enjoy more exceptional connections. You know what that is? It's more people who have STIs hitting you up in your DMs. I'm sorry, but when you're like crushing it on Tinder, that's just an F-boy. That's an F-boy and someone who probably needs to go to the doctor, but they don't have health insurance. Cenk?
Yeah, so that $500 a month is basically to say I'm rich. That's the only reason why they're paying that. It's like showing up in a nice car. I had this idiot friend who who literally wouldn't ask out anybody until he could buy a BMW. I'm like, or you could try your personality. You know what? Never mind. Okay, so no, you don't have to be rich, but yeah, I guess that's gonna be some sort of status symbol like a Gucci bag or whatever. But, and then by the way, some people will be into it. You know, some people will be into it, and that's life. In terms of moms setting things up, look, my mom, when I was younger, suggested good Turkish girls for me. Okay, I didn't mind it. I don't care. I mean, it wasn't compulsory. And then she invited one over for Thanksgiving one year, and then the girl nearly fell in love with Ben Mankiewicz, who was over for Thanksgiving that year. I thought it was hilarious. Okay, I mean, she couldn't stop talking to him. She wanted him to drive her back home to New York from New Jersey. Okay, so that was
moving real fast.
Yeah, for sure. And my mom was like, "You go too." I'm like, "Oh, mom." Anyway,
third wheel.
But my favorite is women who've told me that of guys who bring moms on their dates.
Yeah.
Which don't. If you're a dude out there, I love your brothers, but don't do that. That is super weird, super creepy.
No.
Ixnay on the mame. Don't do that, okay?
That's third date stuff, fourth date, you know? But seriously, there should be badges when you have like a little bit of a bizarrely codependent relationship with one of your parents. Like that's what I want a badge for, to be like, would you bring your mom on this date? Are you showing your mom this profile? If that's the case, then a little red flag next to your avatar would be helpful. Yeah, we will see, but of course they're just trying to look, a lot of people are on, let's just go to this really quickly. 2019 Pew Research said that 3 in 10 adults have never used an online dating site or app, but 11% who have done so in the past year, but 12% said they have been married in a committed relationship with someone they first met through a dating site or app, which isn't that huge. All in all, about a quarter of Americans, 23%, say they have ever gone on a date with someone they met through a dating site or app. The way that is worded is incredibly confusing, but a quarter of Americans, are relying on dating apps, and I think they work. I think I know a lot of people who found the love of their life, their partner, their spouse on dating apps. It's a lot, honestly, it's a little bit easier. It's a little bit easier. How do you know you guys are gonna go to the same bar? And also you don't want beer goggles, you need just a strong coffee goggles.
Two strong coffee goggles coming up soon at twostrongcoffee.com/TYT. Okay, so look, I'm shocked at how low those numbers are. Now, like almost everyone I know that's got a new girlfriend or boyfriend got them through an app, but that's probably because we live in big cities. But only 30% have used them, and only 12% have gotten married or in a relationship because of them. I'm shocked by how low those numbers are. But look, in the old days, we would do this manually, right? We would say like, oh, I think Bobby and Susie, they'd be a good match. Maybe we should set them up, right? Like that didn't happen that often among friends, but it happens sometimes. And of course, the parents are always trying to do that especially if you're from the old country. But I did once earn the nickname of the fortune teller when I was hanging out with friends of my girlfriend at the time, and this one girl that I barely knew, she told me this whole story about her boyfriend, and I said, he's gonna propose to you really soon. And everybody's like, ooh, drama. And they're like, no, he's not, you don't know. And then he proposed the next week. And everybody's like, oh, Cenk's a fortune teller. Okay. No, some people are good matches and it's super obvious. And now I guess it'll be a tiny bit more obvious on Tinder.
Yeah.
But like if you're asking me, would I invite my mom to find matches for me on Tinder? I'm gonna give you a hard pass on that. I don't even know which side you swipe to say no, but that side.
Yeah. the moms just sliding into their DMs. It sets it up for a lot of terrible things. Maybe friends, but again, also there's a Ben Mankiewicz situation that might happen where it's like they're gonna fall in love with the friend. I don't know. I don't know. It's weird. That being said, if you are my friend and you are on Tinder, like invite me because I do want to peruse. You know, live vicariously. I'm a married woman. Let me live vicariously. All right, we gotta move on.
Thanks for watching the video, guys. We also love it if you hit the join button below because that makes you a member, and members allow us to be independent, honest. We can be as progressive as we want, no corporate media influence, and that's all because of you guys. We love doing the show with our members. Hit the join button, become one of the Young Turks.